So the remaining 1,800 homes that are going to be built out in Norton Commons, most of them being in the North Village, are in the nation's largest geothermal neighborhood development. Is that right?
Currently under construction.
Currently
yes.
under construction.
Yes. So right now we can I think take that title, and who knows? Hopefully other people will jump on the train, because we think it is absolutely a very, very efficient and good service to offer to our residents. It's making the most of the space that we do have. Not only that, it cuts down on the noise pollution, because HVAC, traditional HVAC units are kind of loud, especially when we're all outside during the summer months.
With all your experience with geothermal, what are the benefits that it brings to the marketplace?
There are a number of things, and first off comes to my mind is that with no outdoor equipment, you have very little service, because everything's inside in a conditioned environment. The equipment doesn't work as hard as outdoor equipment and air conditioners or heat pumps, so it has less maintenance necessary. That equates to longer life expectancy. The geothermal equipment typically will last at least twice as long as any other high-efficient equipment.
Wow.
So that's very important.
In terms of geothermal benefits on the interior of the home, there are several. There's the smaller unit that goes actually in your basement generally, so that's typically smaller than a traditional HVAC unit. In addition, it's quieter. So you've got a cut down on the space needed, as well as the noise that takes place inside the home. Not to mention the savings that we hear our residents are enjoying. A lot of people, before we mandated everything moved to geothermal heating and cooling in the North Village, a lot of our folks actually took advantage of it in the South Village and are very happy with the results. So I would say that from a developer standpoint, it was a perfect solution, and from a resident standpoint, we're hearing very good things.
What are your thoughts on geothermal for high-performance homes?
All right, so geothermal is great, really, in any home. One of the reasons it's so great is you're exchanging heat with underground, which is a really constant temperature, somewhere between 50 and 55 degrees in this general area, no matter what time of year it is. That's difficult to compete with.
The remaining 1,800 lots in Norton Commons is going to be on geothermal. Your thoughts as an architect with geothermal?
So what I observe over the last 15 years or so is a marked increase in interest in geothermal, and this has been sparked by an improvement in the technology. And furthermore, when you live in or visit a healthy home, or a high-level LEED certified home, or a credible green home, you can feel the difference, and those people who are not in the industry may not be able to articulate it. They may not be able to understand why it feels different, but it feels different, and it's largely because we're not aware of air movement. We're not feeling the propulsion of air being blown into the room. We're not aware that we're not breathing toxins. These are all subconscious experiences.
So over 30 years of experience in geothermal, and you went with the Hydron Module. Why did you use that product?
The Hydron Module is a company that just celebrated their 20th anniversary.
Wow.
And so they have been in the business quite some time, but they're extraordinary in their warranties. This system has a lifetime warranty on the compressor and the air coil, which is an all aluminum air coil, and they have a lot of experience in design and so forth. It's much quieter than most equipment like this, and more efficient.
How do you feel the Proud Green home of Louisville will measure up to other high-performance homes?
And I can confidently say it's in the top 1% of all of those homes that we talked about before, the well over 300 high-performance homes and the thousands of average, production builder homes that we've tested. So that's a good thing. I mean, that's kind of what you get with, FIAS Plus certification, LEED Platinum certification, all these third-party programs that say, hey, if you want to be at the top of these programs, you kind of have to do the best of everything, right? What you've done with the geothermal system, the Zender ERV, the ICF walls, the Zola windows, all these things. when they're done correctly and you consider the whole house as a system and you design it correctly, they all end up equaling the top 1% of the market, right? Which you've accomplished here.
Right.
15 years ago, we became very active, Allgaier Air became very active in geothermal, and it took some tooling investment, some training investment. Fortunately, we worked with manufacturers that had good training and good experience, and that was helpful to us, but it has grown very progressively, and today, geothermal represents almost half of our sales volume, and that's growing every day.
Norton Commons is being a great example for everyone around the United States and the world to see that it can be done on a large scale.
Well, I hope so. But I have to say that we kind of, we've got to tip our hat to Europe, because a lot of Europe is on geothermal heating and cooling technology, and they've been doing it for years very well. And so I don't know why the rest of the U.S. Has not jumped on the boat, but we'll get on it first.
That's a good question.
Yeah.